Welcome back, everybody. Apologies. We are in overtime here. It is 37-37. Stratford and Athens are tied up here in this one. And looks like, yep, we are live again. All right, perfect. Good stuff. And apologies for that. We've had some Wi-Fi problems here tonight that we thought we had fixed. Looked like we did have fixed, but then it crashed again on us. But we got 2:15 left here in this game as Giselle Hartwig just knocked down a free throw to put the Blue Jays up by 1 point here. Giselle Hartwig has had a pretty fantastic game here tonight, especially defensively. And the one place she struggled a little is the free throw line, but not here in overtime. Knocks down both free throws. And here's another steal for Giselle Hartwig, her 6th of the game, and Giselle Hartwig has put the Blue Jays up by 4 points. She's got all 4 Blue Jay points here in this overtime period. And back she comes the other way. She's had some foul troubles tonight, but she's had an excellent game, and now Sophia Coker is going to go to the free throw line for a couple of free throws, and the Blue Jays have gone on a run here in this overtime period. Now I have Sailor Kaufman with 5. I could be wrong, but yeah, I have Sailor Kaufman with 5 fouls, and yep, that is correct. So my book is correct. Yep. Oh, there we go. Ashley Hollett's going to check in for Sailor Kaufman, who was fouled out of this ball game with 5 fouls. Ashley Hollett checks in, and Sophia Coker goes to the free throw line, and the double bonus here for 2 free throws, trying to perhaps ice this game away for the Athens Blue Jays. And she knocks it down. And short on that free throw. 1 for 2 from the line there for Sophia Coker. 42-37, Athens with the lead. Left wing Casperson, and Stratford's going to have to hurry up here offensively, and we're going to have a jump ball here. I think we do. Possession goes to Athens. And now I think we're going to be in a fouling situation if Athens can take care of the basketball and keep it. Both teams have struggled with that a little bit here tonight. They get it into Danica Diethelm. She finds Coker. Back to Diethelm. Lainey Pankratz defending Diethelm. Pankratz has got 4 fouls. Hartwig with it. Going to be contentious to hold it here. Athens does not have to take a shot, and I would say it would be wise to not take a shot until they foul you here. With a minute left in this ball game, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to hold the basketball, and now Pankratz picks up her 5th foul. Danica Diethelm will head to the free throw line for a couple of free throws, and Lainey Pankratz, unless my book is wrong, will have to come out of the game with 5. And yep, that is 5 fouls on Lainey Pankratz. So a couple of Tigers have fouled out now, as this time it will be Stieber, Michaela Stieber, checking in for Lainey Pankratz. Diethelm knocks down the free throw, and Athens looks like they are about to put this basketball game away. Diethelm goes 2 for 2, and again, you look at this game, player you cannot forget about in this game is Giselle Hartwig. Not only, I mean, she had 6 steals tonight, a block, but then some huge shots late in the game. In regulation, hit an incredibly difficult shot to get us into overtime. And then here in overtime, scored the first 4 points, 2 from the free throw line and another 2 on a tough shot for these Blue Jays. And that's going to be another foul. Diethelm will head to the line once again. That foul is going to go against Michaela Stieber. And these free throws, just a formality now. Yeah, we're still, looks like we're good to go here. We'll say forego the scoreboard. Forego the scoreboard there, Ben. Don't worry about that. So the score is 46-37 Athens. We were having some scoreboard problems, again, some internet issues here, but I can help you out with the score. 40 seconds on the clock. It's 46-37 your score. Athens with the lead. Here's Carly Pankratz for three. That's no good. Zilke on the rebound and driving inside. Hollitz, tough shot, no good there. Zilke puts it back up, no good again. And Sophia Coker is fouled, and she will head to the line, and this game is over. The Athens Blue Jays are going to come out with a win here tonight. Sophia Coker will head to the free throw line for 2 free throws. Coker's got 12 points tonight, make it 13. And it is now a 10-point game. This game is going to go down as a double-digit win. Didn't feel like that. This was an overtime game that was very close throughout, but this just speaks to how well Athens played here in overtime. And it all started with Giselle Hartwig's steal and score, and then a couple of free throws that put them up by 4. And then since then, it's been a lot of free throws as Casperson knocks down the 3. But Athens has hit their free throws. Keep in mind, to end regulation, as Diethelm's going to go to the line here, Athens has hit their free throws in this overtime to seal it. Tria Tubbs was at the free throw line with this game tied. Missed both free throws. So, again, it has come down to free throw shooting for both these teams. And Athens has been able to hit them here in this overtime period. And as I say that, they miss one, but Stratford really has not, or was not able to there to end that overtime period. Again, it's tough. It's tough to hit those shots at the end of games, and especially at the free throw line. Not easy to do, and again, as I say how well Athens was shooting the ball from the free throw line here in overtime, they missed both. 3 seconds left. Here's a corner 3. That is going to do it. The Athens Blue Jays come out with a barn-burning victory here against the Stratford Tigers. 48-40, the Blue Jays get the win. Athens improves to 4-4 on the season, 4-1 in conference play. Stratford falls to 3-2, 3-1 in conference play. Coming up next is your Nasonville Dairy postgame show. I'm going to head down to the court, grab Coach Keefe for you, as well as our Highlight House player of the game, Giselle Hartwig. So stay tuned for your postgame show. We're going to hear from our friends over at Nasonville Dairy. Back after this with live interviews on Zaleski Sports.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. Nasonville Dairy actually goes back to 1885. We are the oldest plant in Wood County. When our father brought us here in the early 1960s, we ran 7,500 pounds of milk a day. We now run 1.8 million pounds of milk a day. We buy dairy milk from 200 dairy farmers here in central Wisconsin, produce it, and ship it all over the world. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Keflatiri, Kefla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. This has allowed us to go to a lot of different countries. Our furthest accounts are now in China, Japan, Canada, Saudi Arabia. We do ship to Mexico, as well as a number of other places throughout the world. This is what we call Cheese Making 101. We tried to walk you through the cheese plant today, and we're in hopes that you see our people, what they're doing, and the amount of work that goes into producing the products that we hope you enjoy. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fir, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafetieri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Are we ready? We're good? All right. Welcome back, everybody, to your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to nasonvilledairy.com. I'm joined now by Coach Keefe of the Athens Blue Jays. And, Coach, you guys come out with one of the wildest games I've seen this year, just a back-and-forth game, kind of a grinded-out, low-scoring game. You guys are used to scoring a good amount of points, but you played against a really tough defense in Stratford tonight. Just talk about how you guys were able to come out with that win, and really overtime seemed like the difference there where you guys were able to get up by a few points there.
Yeah, I mean, we came in knowing it's going to be a defensive battle. They just held Edgar to 22 points. We thought that was huge, so we knew that coming in, every point would be earned, every rebound would be earned, and that would be physical inside. It was a dogfight, so I'm very proud. Big character builder for our girls, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then talking about your two leading scorers coming into this game, Sophia Coker. Starting with Sophia, that clearly Stratford had a game plan for her. They were going to bring two guys to her down there in the post, or two players down to her in the post most of that game. How did you kind of try to handle that as a coach offensively? Danica hit a couple big threes for you there that probably helped you guys, but how did you try to handle that when, you know, Stratford did a pretty good job, even though she had 12 points, with trying to limit her? How did you guys handle that offensively, how you're able to still score points?
Yeah, and I mean, we're so versatile that is a pro for us. I was just proud of Sophia. She was finding other teammates, and it's frustrating getting double down on, triple down on, sometimes fouled and not called. That's frustrating. I'm just proud of how she handled herself. She stayed classy, and her teammates were helping building her up too. And I like that we stepped up in those moments and helped. Just because Sophia's getting triple down on, Danica will hit the three, whatever. I like that we can step up in those moments.
Yeah, and then moving on to Giselle Hartwig, who I think are tied with Sophia for leading you guys in scoring tonight. But what I want to focus on with her is her defense. You know, she's been a kind of first-team defense player for you guys for some time now, but I think I had her at 6 steals tonight, but especially in the overtime period, she had a big steal that she got points on. What her skill set brings to you guys on the defensive side of the floor, and what that means to you guys as a team.
Yeah, and she's just an energy bunny. She goes, and she knows the right time to go. That was a big momentum shift for us in overtime, and I really credit that to the defense, that energy, and she never stops, just that adrenaline.
All right, that's all I got for you, Coach. Thanks a lot for your time. Yep, and then if you could send Giselle over. Oh, yeah, she's right there. There we go. All right. Our Highlight House Player of the Game, Giselle Hartwig. I know you've done this before. We've done this before. You can stand right here. All right, so our Highlight House Player of the Game, Giselle Hartwig. And Giselle, that was a crazy game. That was a pretty back-and-forth game, grinded-out, gritty game for you guys. Talk a little bit about how you guys were able to pull that out in overtime, because it came down to free throws in regulation. Then it ends up you guys going to overtime, and then you guys seemed to pull away pretty quickly there. You had a big steal that got you guys up by 4 points. But how did you guys pull away and win this one in overtime?
For me, it's always offense, and we said that in the huddle. That's all we were talking about. Addison broke us down saying D leads to O, and that's exactly what it is. It's just defense.
Yeah, and then focusing a little bit more on that, I think you had 6 or 7 steals I had you clocked in at tonight. What is your mind defensively in that 2-3 zone? You guys like to play and get some of that ball pressure going there, but how are you able to draw or to get so many steals out there and try to get your team in transition like that?
I like to try to read them. I don't know. If you watch, I'm always jumping, trying to stay on my toes, ready for anything.
Okay. And then offensively tonight, you guys are used to scoring a little bit more points than you scored tonight, but you're going up against a Stratford team that holds teams to very few points. So offensively, how are you guys able to score when you did, or what was the experience like trying to put up points, and how are you guys able to put up as many as you did tonight?
Movement, I think. And at halftime, we talked about movement. They have some tall girls. We had to get them out of the lane, move around, and I think that's what helped a lot. The screens, moving, yeah.
And then you were in foul trouble for a little bit tonight. How did you manage that as a player? I know that's a tough thing to try to manage out there, especially when you try to be aggressive and get steals defensively. How did you try to manage that? How were you able to kind of manage that? You didn't foul out, so obviously it was pretty successful for you.
I give it all to my coaches. They tell me, always reminding me, hands up. I don't know, they were just reminding me, and I tell them, don't stop telling me, because I will. I'm bad at that. But it was all right.
All right, so the last thing you're going to do is get you in the highlight house. I know you've done this before,
yeah.
So I'm going to get on the shot, and I'll count you down from 3, 2, 1, okay? All right, camera's right up there. All right, 3, 2, 1.
I'm Giselle Hartwig, and I'm in the house.
Great job tonight. Congrats on the win. Yep. All right, that was Giselle Hartwig, our Highlight House player of the game here tonight. Thanks to Giselle and Coach Kincaid Keefe for coming out to talk to us here after this game tonight. It was a great game tonight. I think 48-40. They don't have the score on the scoreboard anymore. I got it on my book that's up there, but I believe 48-40 final score here of this game. And again, I came into this game talking about, Athens was 3-4, Stratford was 3-1 coming into the game, but I said, well, Stratford is a great defensive team, but we knew coming into this game this was going to be a really tough game on both sides because it was kind of a conflict of styles. Of course, every team wants to play great defense. So far this season, Stratford has played extremely well defensively, has struggled on offense. It's been kind of the flip side for Athens so far this year. They've been able to put up a lot of points, but just haven't been able to stop teams. And I think Athens did a pretty solid job defensively tonight. Stratford did a solid job against Sophia Coker, but still at 12 points. That just goes to show, the level of scoring this Athens team has. Sophia Coker had 12. Giselle Hartwig still at 12 points, even with that foul trouble. I think Danica Diethelm was 8 or 9 points for Diethelm here tonight. So it's a good win here for the Athens Blue Jays. They improved to 4-4 overall, 3-1 in conference play. Stratford falls to 3-2. 3-1 in conference play as well. Again, Marywood North, Marywood South, they all count as conference games, even though they will crown separate champions for the Marywood South and Marywood North. Works a little bit differently than some other conference for that. But that is going to bring us to the end of our Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy with fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to nasonvilledairy.com. And with that, I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. From myself, Cale Jacoby, alongside Ben Brecht, doing the production here tonight. We want to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Zaleski Sports.